Please give me your money, 'cause I could really use some money. Hello again. Time for some more World Cup action, and last time out we were checking out South American matchdays 7 and 8, including that screamer from Wampi in Venezuela. This time out we're looking at Europe again, the final three groups of the first matchday, and we'll begin with Group A, which involves Sweden, Netherlands and France. But we'll start with the best match of the round, Bulgaria v Luxembourg at the Vasilevsky National Stadium in Sofia. The match began with Bulgaria opening the scoring on 16 minutes through Rangelov. It was the second half, however, where things started going a bit crazy, especially when Luxembourg equalised on 60 minutes through Aurelian Joachim.
Well, the substitution brings immediate reward for Luxembourg. With the assist.
And 2 minutes later, Luxembourg's turnaround was complete when Joachim got his second goal on 62 minutes.
Joachim 2-1. Amazing. Absolutely amazing stuff. Joachim.
But the goal scoring didn't end there, and on 65 minutes Bulgaria equalised thanks to a header that deflected in off the keeper from Marcelinho.
And Bulgaria are on terms. Marcelino wheels away to celebrate.
In the 79th minute, Bulgaria were back in the lead, Ivelin Popov popping a free kick over the wall. A hopeful injury-time ball forward gave Luxembourg the chance to equalise again, Bonner taking it with a great volley.
What a great finish! And what a story!
In the next minute, however, Luxembourg had that hard-earned point cruelly taken away from them thanks to another beautiful goal, this one from Tonev. The final score was Bulgaria 4, Luxembourg 3. The Netherlands are trying to make up for not qualifying for Euro 2016, but they didn't start well against Sweden at the Friends Arena in Solna, giving the ball away so easily and allowing an audacious little chip from Marcus Berg to go in on 43 minutes. They did manage to equalise on 67 minutes through Wesley Sneijder, but they will have to try harder if they're to qualify in a group where only one team is guaranteed a place at the World Cup. Final score 1-1. Over to Group A's final game over at the Borisov Arena in Borisov, as Belarus took on France. Unfortunately for us, the lovely neutrals, it was 0-0. So here's a random French chance. Let's move on. In Group B, Switzerland hosted the newly crowned European champions Portugal at St Jacob Park in Bâle. However, it was the Swiss that went in front, not the European champions, when Mbolo scored a rebound off that free kick on 24 minutes. To make matters worse for the Portuguese, Switzerland were 2-0 ahead on the half hour, Mehmedi scoring the goal. And after that, there was no response. The final score, 2-0 to Switzerland. Next up, the Faroe Islands, who impressed a lot during Euro 2016 qualifying, looked to capitalise on that when they took on Hungary at Tórsvöllur in Tórshavn. Unfortunately for us, there were no goals in the game, but looking at it, it was probably a fantastic result for the Faroe Islands, who don't normally get a point on the board this early on. Group B's other teams were Andorra and Latvia, and they faced off at the Estadio Nacional in Andorra la Vella. Only one goal to tell you about, it was Sabalas in the 48th minute to give Latvia the lead and the win. I'll begin the roundup for the last group to tell you about, Group H, over at the GSP Stadium in Nicosia as Cyprus hosted Belgium. And Belgium opened the scoring thanks to a nice cheeky little close-range header from Romelu Lukaku on 13 minutes. In the second half, Romelu Lukaku proved he is the king of the cheeky little close-range headers as he scored a second on 61 minutes. The Belgians completed their scoring on 81 minutes, another rebound, but this time it was Yannick Carrasco that would be scoring it. The final score, Cyprus 0, Belgium 3. Next up in Group H, Bosnia and Herzegovina took on Estonia at Belina Polja Stadium in Zenica. It was the hosts who headed in front through Spahic on 7 minutes. Bosnia were then given a chance to double their lead later in the first half when Edin Dzeko was bundled down in the box. The Roma striker got up and took the penalty himself, which he scored on 23 minutes. The score became 3-0 on 71 minutes, Medin Janin scoring a great volley. Vedad Ibisevic extended Bosnia's lead to 4-0 on 83 minutes when he rose ahead of the goalkeeper and defender, who instead hit each other. We had another headed goal later on in the game. Spahic, the man that started the scoring, ended it in injury time. The final score: Bosnia and Herzegovina 5, Estonia 0. In the final game of the video and Group H, Gibraltar played their first ever World Cup qualifier against Greece at the Estadio Algarve in Faroe in Portugal, as their stadium isn't quite big enough. It was the Greeks who took the lead though, Konstantinos Mitroglou with a spectacular volley on 10 minutes. On 26 minutes, Gibraltar managed to get an equaliser, Liam Walker with another spectacular goal for the game. With only a couple of minutes before the end of the half, Gibraltar thought they may be able to go into the break level. Unfortunately for them, this was not the case, as Scott Wiseman accidentally put into his own net on 44 minutes. Not even a minute later and Greece had got themselves another. This time it was Fortounis scoring it on 45 minutes. After scoring a dream goal earlier in the game, Gibraltar's first half was turning into a nightmare as Torosidis bagged Greece's fourth goal in injury time. Unfortunately for Greece though, they didn't manage to score again in the game, so at least Gibraltar kept a clean sheet in the second half. And that's it for this video, and that's it for Europe for the time being. They'll be back in October. North America is up next. Like and subscribe, and if you've got a bit of spare change, please help us out on Patreon.